on the board. We just checked it. Sounded good. I
Get
might
in
check
here.
it here in a second.
Yeah, brother. Get in here, brother. You gotta get in here, man. You want me part of Trump-a-mania, brother? Oh, Trump-a-mania. Yeah. What you gonna do?
You ready? Here we go. Not really.
What you gonna do?
Yeah,
When Trump-a-mania comes for you. When the pod runs wild on you, brother. That's right.
That was not a political statement.
Yeah.
Or was it?
Give me your what you gonna do when the pod runs wild on you. Give it to me right now. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, brother? When the pod runs wild on you. Love it. You got the sunglasses. And by the way, these sunglasses are in honor of all the, would you call them celebrities? I guess celebrities at the Olympic Games.
I didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah, I had to do this in honor of them because
Because of their oppression?
no, they're inside. They're watching swimming, right? This last weekend.
You have to tell me about this. I don't know.
Okay, so they're watching swimming and gymnastics.
I'm so fired up. My glasses are fogging up, dude.
What you gonna do, man? I'm gonna wipe them clean. Well, dude. I mean, you gotta love some Hollywood Hulk Hogan getting into the RNC. I don't know if you saw that, but that was dope, dude. But anyway, outside of that, so the Olympics just started, and we've got like all these celebrities, and I noticed like my wife even commented on it. She's like, "Why are they all wearing sunglasses?" You know, it's like inside they're watching swimming, they're watching all these, gymnastics, all this stuff. And the only celebrity that wasn't wearing sunglasses inside was Tom Cruise. And I guess that's just because he's
He's used to flying fighter jets out of the atmosphere.
right. Yeah. So
very
like
close to the sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Excused.
Superhuman. But
Yeah.
it was so funny. So I thought in my mind, I was like, you know what? Yeah. We should just make fun of the celebrities and just wear our sunglasses the entire pod.
Well, dude.
So here we go.
Hey, we're celebrities.
Also,
we have a podcast.
what you gonna do when the podcast runs wild on you, brother? What if you have to get in here, brother? Yeah. Because it's the podcast, brother. Pod. Steven is gonna love this. He's gonna love this.
For sure, dude. I'm excited about it.
Which actually, I watched Hulk Hogan at the RNC.
Yeah,
super cool.
That was fun.
Now
dude.
he's like
fun
going around stumping for Trump. He just showed up at Lake of the Ozarks like last weekend.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, he went to Lake of the Ozarks. He was like doing a Trump rally. But it was Hulk Hogan doing a Trump rally at Lake of the Ozarks. He like shows up in like one of those boats, like the super sexy
cigar boat.
Yeah, cigar boats.
Yeah.
Like with 4
250s or 4
550s, whatever,
sure,
on the back. But anyway, it was pretty cool. So
that's awesome, dude.
I love Hulk, and it was kind of cool to see him come to the RNC. And Kid Rock was there, and there was like a bunch of other people. There was like a union guy that was there. I was like, what? It was like just people that you wouldn't necessarily expect to see there. But it was like kind of like the middle finger to all the establishment, normal corporate bureaucracy crap that goes on in the country. It was no, we don't need y'all. We're going to do our own thing.
It was a conglomerate of everybody from different spaces.
Yeah, and
everybody might go different places ordinarily, but then they kind of like came together in this one spot.
And they didn't have one person from the military-industrial complex.
Right.
Like nobody was up there like being like, yeah, man, we're gonna like
we build badass missiles.
Yeah, we're gonna bomb some people, man. That's so played out. I'm sick and tired of that.
Yeah, I am too.
Quit fighting other people's wars.
For sure.
Like, I wish the best to Israel. Support them financially, whatever. Let them finish their war. But like, stop fighting other people's wars. We have problems at home that we can't solve. We keep printing money.
Yeah.
Let's just get this crap, make America great. That's cool, right? But like, can we just focus on America first for just a few minutes? That's all I'm asking.
Right. Yeah, actually, I don't.
I feel like RFK, RFK. That's one of the things I liked about him. Like, I love Trump. I like RFK too. Like, I'm just saying, like, both of those guys are like, they are focused more on like, what can we do here
on this continent right now?
And then you get like the Biden and Camel Toe Harris people, and they're like, like Biden is just
That's not gonna fly on TikTok.
I'm sorry,
or YouTube.
Yeah,
that's gonna be an X video.
Oh, it'll fly because it's a camel toe. But what I'm saying is like the whole deal right now is it's like we've got Biden, who was basically bought and paid for by Ukraine and China, right? And so like now he's out, right?
Right.
And the Ukrainians are like, shit, how are we going to get money now? And then,
well, the thing is, homegirl, Sacagawea, as they're calling her.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. They don't actually, dude. That's original. I
like it.
I just made that up. Give me some of that. Okay. Right. Yeah. Sacagawea, as they are calling her, as I am calling her. That's brand new. That's me. I've not heard that. So, homeschool high five to me. She doesn't even realize that she's married to China in Ukraine.
Yeah.
She doesn't know. Somebody went, now you do understand.
You got to fulfill these contracts.
Right. They're like, now, there's a couple ways to do this, okay? Right. Zelensky's a bit of a horn dog, so you can revert back to your old ways of how you got here, right. or you could just kind of, keep sending like a ton of money.
Right.
And she was like, "Oh, really? Oh my gosh, strawberry frozen yogurt!" Like that was how the conversation went. So that's kind of.
Hold on, I gotta say this because it leads right at like what you just said is a perfect segue to
about
this.
My glasses.
No. Like I like them though. Pit Viper, let's freaking go.
I have a comment.
You know what? When I see those glasses, you know what it reminds me of? It's Bobby Witt Jr. last night hitting a grand slam, go-ahead grand slam, and then he follows it up in the top of the ninth.
Dial in the deli.
Dude, he had two, like, backhand stops, fires at the first, like, sick, like, we're talking, you know how they do, like, the top plays of the week on ESPN or whatever it's called?
He had both of them.
Yeah, he like literally those two defensive plays back to back in the ninth inning after he just hit the grand slam. Like, if you're a Royals fan, let's go, brother! Like it's so good. Like Bobby Witt Jr. is so exciting, and we inked him to a long-term deal, so that's cool. But let's go back to Camel Toe Harris for just a second. And okay, this is crazy. So you know how the Hawk Tua girl like went like hot wild on the internet for like a week, right?
Are you talking about
Hawk Tua? Spit on that thing?
Carmella?
No, the Hawk Tua girl.
Oh, you mean the second coming?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Spit on that thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen it, but there are multiple like voiceover things that
Tell
they
me
did.
she isn't a Trump girl.
Oh, she definitely is. But they did a voiceover with Kamala Harris, and it was like one of the guys on 60 Minutes. I don't even know who it is.
That's how you know he's wrong, though.
Yeah. 60
really
bad minutes. But anyway.
60 mistakes.
Yeah. He's interviewing Kamala Harris, and somebody like dubbed over it with the Hawk Tua girl, and he asked her a question, like a legit question. It's like, you know, how did you get here? Like, how did you leverage your political career to this? You're now running for the leader of the free world. And she was like, and then this is where the dub comes in. It was like, well, sometimes you just got to hot
on that thing.
Spit on that thing, you know? I'm telling you, I laughed so hard, dude. I don't know if you've seen it. You should link that. Like, it's all over the place. You should link it on the
I
YouTube.
have not seen that.
Yeah, it's really good.
No, I listen to a lot more than I see.
I mean, we'll get canceled if you do it, even though there are like other people that have done it. But
what the hell are they going to cancel, Holmes?
Well, yeah,
like,
true.
You know what I'm saying?
Cancel is fine as long as you don't have something to get canceled.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Please, yeah. It's like, all right, come after us. But the thing is, the world has changed, though. When you go to cancel somebody, all of a sudden what you do is you propel them to magnificent heights. So I pray that actually happens. I hope it does, because there's enough good dudes out there, like, of course, Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
He's great with that.
Actually, that's a huge. I like that you're
been a massive change.
Yeah, I like that you're bringing up this point. That's a great point. Continue, because I'm right. Yeah, I feel you on that.
Well, my point was, and it took just like a couple of like strong backbone dudes to do it, right? And I say a couple, honestly, like, I don't know. Rogan was,
you got Shane, right?
Well, Rogan was a primary example of the one that was like, I have a fantastic life. Cancel my podcast, whatever. I'm still going to be fine.
He swam through it and came out stronger the other side, and then.
But he led other people through.
No, that's what I was going to say. Like, he became like,
for sure.
Like, here we go. This is what's going to happen as soon as you start speaking truth.
Now the thing is, he got to a point where he had nothing to lose.
Right.
Or he didn't have nothing to lose. He could lose things and be okay.
Didn't give a shit.
Right. He could lose things and not give a shit, because he's like, look, I'm still making, I don't know, $15 million a year, touring the world with stand-up comedy. Everybody believes in my politics. Right. I have this podcast. You're not going to take it away from me, yada, yada. Like, my contract is with somebody from Sweden. It's not even from the United States. Like, don't worry about it. But he still had balls to go, I'm going to do me. I'm going to be me. I'm going to say what I believe, right? And then what that did was that ended up, like, that was a skyrocket.
It was a catalyst.
It was a catalyst. That's exactly right. Of Gillis and Tony Hinchcliffe, who it has the biggest live podcast in the world, and is like the highlight of my Tuesday before I get home to my family.
I'm not even trying to be like a promoter for anything. I'm just going to say, if you haven't seen the Kill Tony Hinchcliffe with Shane Gillis and
Adam Ray,
like, and it's like the Trump and Biden, like on Kill Tony. Oh my gosh, you're going to laugh the entire freaking time. It is so freaking funny. You got to watch the whole thing.
It's out of this world. But then the thing is, like, we still good on everything running?
Yeah,
Sweet.
Yeah. It's
hell yeah.
Are you on auto producer?
No, I mean on the big.
Yeah, yeah, we're good.
Sweet. So on that, dude, like, it's wild, because like every episode is, dude, it's not as good as Shane Gillis as Trump and Adam Ray as Biden. Like, it's not. That is a pinnacle. Like, that's so good.
Absolutely insane.
But every episode is out of this world good.
Right.
Okay. And then Hinchcliffe was one of those guys, Tony Hinchcliffe. He got canceled. And then he kind of got, like, because of the balls of Rogan and the softness of like SNL and all this bullshit media that's looking to go PC and like hurt feelings politics. That's what I call it. Whole hurt feeling politics is like, dude, it doesn't. No, it's a thing,
especially in the comedy realm. It doesn't fucking play.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, like no one wants to get that. Like no one wants to be on board with that. And obviously, it's like they have ate so much crow. You got. Shane.
I think they've ate so much shit.
Yeah, no doubt. But like,
I think that's
basically means
literally.
But like, you got Shane Gillis coming on SNL, and it's like this is them basically being like, wow, we totally missed the mark.
Absolutely,
But I think part of that, and I'm not trying to get too political here, but part of that is
it took balls from somebody, though.
Yeah, but part of it is this. There was a concerted effort coming from the powers that be in the media. It doesn't matter if it was SNL,
right,
or a late show, or their main,
the late shows.
This is Lester Holt with NBC. You know, like, it doesn't matter what.
This is Lester bullshit.
This is Lester. I'm a retard. Like, what I'm saying is, like, it didn't matter who you were or what you were doing. There was a play, right? And it was Trump.
You had a mandate.
Yeah, Trump is terrible. Attack Trump at all costs. Trump derangement syndrome was in full effect. And for like 4 freaking years, even into the Biden presidency a little bit. So like 5.
Yep.
For like 5 years, it was just nothing but that. I challenge you to go back and watch one late night episode of any, like Jimmy Fallon, any of those guys, right? Any of the late night guys that were supposed to be comics, right?
Right.
For 4 or 5 years straight, that's all you heard was like half of their bit was anti-Trump, Trump's bad, blah, blah, blah. It got so played out, and they became mouthpieces of the DNC.
Will you bleep this out on the audio portion of it? What they became was they were supposed to be comedic,
right?
Late night hosts.
Like what dog on the president is fine, but like if you just politically attack him all the time, you have lost everything. Like, dog on Biden because he can't freaking form a sentence, right? But like if that's your only shtick every single night for 4 years, like everybody's just gonna be like, all right, man, it's played out.
Exactly right, dude. Yeah, and actually, like I'm not even gonna say what.
So they lost the comedy,
but the comedy was gone, and so then it was like, well, where are we gonna find comedy?
Yeah, that empowered Tony Hinchcliffe and
Shane Gillis,
and Joe Rogan, and people that were actually funny because they were like, we don't really have a dog in the fight. We're just trying to be funny.
For sure.
That's true.
Here's the thing, though. Rogan, because he did, and there are things that I disagree with Rogan on.
Right.
But because he did take a stand and he stood up, what he did was he ended up giving feet and legs to these other comedians, right? And their platforms. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, bam, dude. Like, it's crazy. And so now all of a sudden, these comedians can go back to their podcasts. They can go back to their platforms and they can say and joke about what they want to do. Now, here's the thing. Look, dude, if you're something or another and you feel this way and I come at you and I'm literally like, I am trying to like aggressively say shit to you to try and get you to kill yourself, I don't think that's right.
Right.
Like, just because I don't think you're right doesn't mean I should like try to destroy your psyche. But here's the thing. I believe humor should have the freaking like pull the restraints back, dude. It's a freaking joke. And if you can't joke and laugh, then guess what, dude? You're a piece of shit.
You should kill joking yourself.
And you should. Yeah, that's right, dude. Yes,
maybe we should bleep that out.
No, yeah. If you can't joke and laugh, then toodaloo, motherfucker. Like, but dude, that shit could save your life, right?
Yeah,
that's like the bright spot of.
But isn't that like kind of the whole idea of our founding was that like people could say their mind.
That's right. You can speak your crazy mind,
even if you piss people off. It's okay. Like, that's protected.
Right.
It's not protected anymore. Everybody's like, you offended this person, you can't do it.
For sure.
Which kind of brings me to this whole Olympics thing, and I have a take on that. But we don't have to get into that now. But like, I do feel like there's freedom of speech. People should have a right to express themselves. If you want to push an agenda, that's fine. But do not start bitching and complaining when people start punching back.
That's exactly right.
Like you can't just have a free run and not expect people to be like, "Oh, well that's what you said? Okay, well fuck you." Right?
Sure,
you have to be able to take that. That's part of freedom of speech.
COVID, I guess it wasn't COVID. I don't know. At some point, it became there was this opportunity for people that could not have the strength and confidence to go at somebody that they
and just breathe all over them within their 6-foot bubble.
yeah, for sure, dude. Dude, I farted on everybody. Literally, and I have 7-foot farts.
Dude, I got kicked out of Menards like 10 times, man.
Oh, for sure, dude.
They're like, put the mask on. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'll like, and I've got like 5 things in my hands. I'm like, okay, I just need to buy this. And they're like, okay, we got to put the mask on. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I like walk up to where I've got to pay, and they hand me the mask, and I'm like fumbling with it, got it on my ear.
Yeah.
Like, like put it like, everybody always did, like put it on their chin, you know? Like it's like a chin diaper.
Gotcha. Yeah, don't worry about my beard. I got you.
Yeah, I was like, I was wearing it like a chin diaper, and the manager came up to me and he's like, "You can't pay until you put it on right." And I was like, and I stuck. The girl had already like scanned all my items. I stuck my card in the reader, like the chip card in the reader, and it goes ding, like approved, right? And he's like, "You have to put the freaking mask on before you pay." And then I just like pull my card out, and the receipt like prints out. I grab my stuff. I look at him. I'm like, "Don't take another fucking step towards me. This is my property, bitch.
No,
I'm gonna call the cops on you because you're fucking harassing me." And I take his little damn stupid ass fucking mask that didn't mean shit, right? That everybody got all Nazi-fied about.
Yep.
Let's be real. Everybody got Nazi-fied about that shit. Everybody's like, "You don't wear a mask, we're putting you in a fucking concentration camp." Like that's what it was.
You hear that, Menards?
No, I'm just saying, like,
you know who you are.
That's the reality. That's what we lived through, and people are just like, they just want to sweep that shit under the rug in this election.
For sure.
Don't forget about that crap when you're voting for your governors, for your presidents, all that. Those people need to be called to the freaking mat.
Yeah.
For what they did.
That's right. If the guy that is in charge of your town wanted you to wear a mask to go and buy freaking pasta,
sand
for your family,
so I can paint my damn house.
Right. Yeah, or just grab some freaking noodles for your family for dinner, right? Because you're in a big hurry. You're like, we got a lot going on. Like, I just need to grab some freaking spaghetti tonight, from this, quick pasta restaurant. Like, I'm going to grab it. Here we go. Got it. Good deal. But then you go in and get it, and they're like, "Oh, no. You got to, no. You got to be masked up." And you're like, you got to be...
Yeah.
Dude, no.
Like, dude, I'm so triggered right now.
But here's the thing. Oh, you softy, dude. No, but here's the thing. Like, if that's the guy, or if that's the lady that did that made that happen, that made that experience happen, then like, dude, don't do it again.
Right.
Do not do it again. If you selected that person that went, okay, yes, we should have this kind of control over the people that are supposed to have that kind of control over us.
Right.
Guess what? You're stupid.
Like, everyone,
do not do it.
I'm just saying, like, everybody is not quite grasping. Like, I haven't even hardly heard it brought up in even the presidential elections. Let me just say this. I know it got a little... I was getting a little heated about all the... what I would consider... Gestapo-esque tactics during COVID. And I know that that's a tired subject. No one wanted to talk about it for a few years. Everybody just wanted to kind of forget about it. But we shouldn't forget about the people that decided so easily because they just wanted to stay in power. Like, that was all that mattered to them. So whatever the global elites told them that this is what you had to do, whatever the power source was that told them this is what you have to do, we will do it, and we will enforce it, and we will make you lose your business. We'll make you lose your livelihood. You won't be able to feed your family. You won't be able to do anything, but it's okay because this is what the power said, right? And
because it's to save lives.
Right. And I would love for that manager that chased me out of Menards 5 times, right? And then after the 5th time, I was like, you know what? To hell with this place. I'm not coming back here.
Yeah.
But I'd love to sit down with that manager and be like, "Hey, did you actually think you were freaking saving lives? Did you actually did you buy into it, or are you just that weak-minded? Are you Are you that much of a sheep, to just follow along blindly and accept it? And you know what? The science is out now. Like, they were just pounding us, right? For years. Like, the science says you have to do this. Pound and pound and pound in the science.
Science might say.
Right.
Science might say.
Right.
Is what it was.
Yeah. And now the science is back. The data is back. And the data says that the masks and the isolation and all that actually led to more people dying. It destroyed people's natural immune systems, and the next year after all those mandates, more people died from the flu than have ever died since like 1917 with the original flu pandemic.
For sure. Because everybody lived in sterile, like, surgery type environment.
Because the freaking government, dude.
Right.
Like,
they love us. They want to save us, dude.
Yeah, because everybody just sucked that government dick and did exactly what they said because they know.
Right.
Turns out they didn't know. That was horrible science. It was horrible data. But everybody was just going along with it, kicking people out of stores. I'm trying to freaking save your damn business by buying shit from you during a pandemic.
Yep.
And you're kicking me out of your store because I'm not wearing a freaking mask. Like, I would like to sit down with the CEO, the Chinese communist dictator CEO of Menards, and say, you're welcome, bitch. I bought shit at your store even though you tried to kick me out because I didn't wear your stupid masks. Like, and you know what? And like, don't forget that this year when you're voting for people, the people that tried to mandate crap science, crap medicine.
Yep.
You know, anybody that did that, you need to vote them out and say, you lost your chance.
Yeah, and we're not just like, there's been too much attention paid to the presidential election. We're not talking that. If you have a mayor,
I'm sure it applies, but that's not all of it.
It applies.
Governorships, you know.
You have it applies, but if you have a governor, if you have a mayor, governor's a big one.
Right.
Mayor is a big one. Senators, congressmen, whatever it might be. If you have one that made you to feel as if you should listen to these insane things that killed more people in an effort to experiment with human control, then you've got to change what you did.
Or just realize that, like, all these people that rule over us, that make the rules, that dictate our daily lives,
it's not supposed to be ruling.
It takes a tiny little flu like COVID, right? In the grand scheme of things, not
to even send them into the rages of freaking power hunger.
Right, exactly. So, like, you better be careful who you let dictate your life when it comes to, you know, like, we have a democratic process. We're supposed to elect people that lead us, but it is the consent of the governed. And I'll tell you what, we need to get back in touch with that. People think that just because we elect someone or just because we have a democratic process, that's the end. That's the end, right? No. Our forefathers, our founding fathers said, the people that rule over us, King George, we hate him. He's enforcing a, like, 2% tax on tea, and we don't like that. So we're going to kick his ass, and we're going to throw him out of our country, and we're going to do things our way. Okay? That was over a 2% sales tax on tea.
That's right.
Go back and listen to our previous pod when our brother Justin was breaking down how taxed we are now.
Yeah.
Okay? And just tell me, like, if
everybody's at least 50%. At least 50%. Right. You are at least 50% taxed.
We went to war over that.
Over 2%.
Right. And those were tyrants.
How about 25%?
Right.
Times that.
Right. Like,
what should we do now?
I'm just saying, like, I'm not telling you to like take up arms, but I'm saying, like, pay attention and realize that the status quo of our governing body, of the elites that want to, like, control us, maybe that's not, like, in your best interest, and you should probably pay more attention.
That's right. And not only that, this is the last thing I'm going to say, dude.
We went hard on this.
For sure, and did not intentionally, like, plan on it. But
I don't even know how we got into it, but
I don't either.
Let's go.
But here's the thing, dude.
It's the sunglasses, man.
They fire you up, dude. Yeah. They get you jazzed, dude. Turns you into Tim Dillon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tim Dillon.
Timmy D.
Here's the thing. Not only your federal government, okay, but guess what? The federal government is actually used by a puppet by other entities. And here is the thing.
That's so true.
The federal government is a puppet of massive corporations.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you are a part of one,
national and international,
right, push the fuck back.
Right.
When they tell you, do this, don't do this, or you're going to lose your job. If it bothers your conscience, If morally you feel like you're doing the wrong thing, but they tell you have to do this because, well, it's to keep your job, fuck them.
Yeah.
And don't do it because you are being used as a manipulative resource to own the company and to build this into a patriarchy where you have 4 companies owned by mega billionaire, trillionaire families who are literally controlling everything. So although they're not called the king or the queen, guess what? They're the king and the queen. So push back against it. Don't be this piece of shit that lays down on it.
Yeah, just like the manager of that Menards, right?
It's exactly right.
Like he was just going along. He was sucking the corporate cock so hard that he was like, I'm just going along with this. Turns out it was bad science. It was bad data.
Yeah.
Right? But he's fucking kicking customers out of his store based on shit data. Bad science. Right?
Yeah.
And so he was actually hurting the company, right?
Right.
Because he was following their directives, but it was bad. It was a bad idea. It was a bad directive, right? So like,
no, it wasn't bad. It was wrong.
Right. It was like,
it wasn't bad. It was like it was not right.
Here's the take home, right? Don't be a robot or a sheep and accept everything and just swallow the cock and do whatever you're told. Sometimes you need to actually, we've been trained that way, right? We've been trained that way as like workers, as employees, whatever. But sometimes like when it comes
students in public school,
when it comes from the government or the higher corporate bureaucracy, whatever, or the Chinese Communist Party, I'm sure here in a couple of years they'll be telling us all what to do. I'm just saying, like, you cannot just blindly follow. You need to run it through. I don't care if it's a pastor at a church, everything needs to be ran through like
third-party testing.
Right. Like, okay, is this correct? What do I believe about this? What do I know about this? And, is this
checks and balances?
Does this like pass the sniff test, right?
Right.
And so many people I don't think did that with COVID. They were just like, oh, well, my higher ups are telling me to do this. Fine, I'll kick all of our freaking customers out of the store. Yeah. Like, don't be a fucking dumbass and just accept things blindly. Like, use your God-given logic to make decisions and not just be a puppet and a pawn and a sheep in someone else's game. Because that's what they're counting on. That's what globalist elites, that's what the communists are counting on, that's what the socialists, that's what our over-bloated government is counting on. People be sheep, they'll just follow.
Yeah. You wanting to live off of their teat, and therefore you can't say no,
right?
And you can't disagree,
and you're too afraid to challenge.
That's right,
or to even use your brain. Like, don't be too afraid to use your fucking brain,
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Seggy
deuces.
I've got just a couple things to say real quick.
Give it to me.
Okay. One of them is...
Welcome back in. I know that last Seggy was heavy.
And actually, dude, this might be... let's do this. Get in here. It's the pod. It's the Purvcast. This is segment 1. Because we might do... This is segment 1.
Get in here. It's the pod.
It's the... You want to be part of... Purvcast Nation! Yeah.
You want to be a part of Purvomania?
Purvomania, get in here!
It's Purvomania. It's the pod.
It's the Purvs. It's the Purvs.
So what's on your mind today, man?
So we might do that. Here's the thing, though. I wanted to tell you, and I'm going to add a little picture, but I want to let everybody know real quick, dude, that being a parent is one of the greatest and best things in all the world.
It's joyful.
Actually, no. It may be the best.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It is so enjoyable. It's joy. It's unbelievable, but it's full of sacrifice. Okay, and I just want to come out and talk to everybody real quick that's watching the pod.
All right, give it to me.
I'm sure that everybody that watches remembers a few weeks ago whenever I revealed that I let my daughters buzz my hair.
Oh, yeah.
And
they did a great job.
They did a great job. They went ham on it.
They fully buzzed it.
They went hard. But I want to bring up the point that parenthood is full of sacrifices because that was a magnificent sacrifice.
I had beautiful locks.
Dude, I'm gonna post a side by side of what I used to look like to what I look like now. Okay? Like I'm getting this hair,
like what's
hair
what's happening?
Going on
what's
in
happening?
The back.
Okay. Is it not growing back right?
Just nothing's happening in the front. And I'm heartbroken because
dude, your forehead definitely looks taller.
My forehead is growing for sure, dude. My forehead hit its growth spurt now. But my point is, dude.
Make Ethan's forehead great again.
Yeah, make Ethan's forehead short again, please, dude. However, I did that because my girls were like, hey, that'd be fun to buzz daddy's head. Let him have at it.
And that was probably like one of the highlights of their summer.
They loved it until they saw me afterwards, but they loved doing it.
And then it was terrifying.
Yeah. Then my oldest cried for an hour.
What did we do?
Yeah, and my youngest was like, she just kind of looked away from me and was like, it looks good, Dad.
It looks good.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your face, but it looks good.
But the thing is, parenthood is full of sacrifices, right?
Oh yeah.
Because they asked to do it, and I'm not like, I'm all about, who knows? Maybe they buzzed my head and went, oh, hey, that was fun. That was awesome. You never know. Maybe they were like, oh, that would be something that I think would be cool in the future. Let them try it. Dude, sacrifice. I am just, can't say regretting because I did that for them, okay? But dad gummit, dude. I am just the ugliest since letting that happen. And it just like, it's, hey, love my girls. Dude. Let them do it. And I'm just hanging in there for what appears like it's going to be a year until the front of my head is grown back out, making me, dude, I freaking platinum blonde waves and freaking like it was nice. It was good. It looked good. I'm just a piece of shit, ugly ass.
But have you tried taking some of that stuff that we sell out of our Purvcast store, the super beta male?
Beta male? Yeah, I've been having my wife rub super beta male all over my forehead. Yeah.
How's that going?
I'm getting really emotional.
Yeah. You're like, my hair's not growing, but I am crying.
Yeah. I am in touch with my feelings, so that's good.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's part of the way it goes. And then the other thing that I was going to bring up, we're not going to do this now, okay? Because we just went on a mega thousand tangent, okay?
Tangents are good.
But two of them back to back, I don't know that that's necessarily great. The other thing was
maybe this is the first tangent. Post-production being what it is.
Either way, yes, post-production being what it is, but I don't know that we want to have either way. One of them's going to be first, one of them's going to be second. How about we jump on this next week, okay?
All right, so just
all I'm going to say is preview-wise, okay? I'm talking about sacrifices for families, sacrifices for your people, your kiddos, your spouse, right? The thing that really sucks ass is feeling like you are giving up everything throughout your week.
Right.
Taking it away from your children.
Oh,
and your spouse.
As in like missing out.
Right,
okay.
Taking time away.
Yeah.
Taking energy away.
Yeah.
And being absent for greedy bullshit entities that are just as evil and worthless as the federal government that wants to tell you to get the fuck out because you're not wearing a mask.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway,
but that's how pointless it all is sometimes. Like,
right.
And I will say, like,
I'm just saying the sacrifices.
Yeah, the sacrifice though, like to like whatever it is that you're doing, right? Whatever job you have, whatever it is, it's like there's like two edges to that sword. Number one, the first edge is like I have to miss out on being there, right?
Right.
But the second,
dude, I said we weren't going to jump into this.
Well, I'm just saying from my perspective.
All right.
Like I just you got to say your thing. Let me say.
Okay.
Mine.
All right.
So like I know from you miss out on stuff, but you also like have that thing inside your heart that says like I have to be a provider. So it's not like you can just be like, oh well, I'm missing out on stuff. I can just quit. I can just jump into that. Right.
Right.
It's like you're almost, because you care so much, because you love so much, you have to be the provider and miss out on stuff. So it's like it's a two-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because you're like, because I love so much, I'm gonna have to miss out on stuff, and also that's gonna help you, even though you don't understand this. It's
right.
so tough. It is so tough. But you know what? God knew that men. I mean, I know there are plenty of women that provide for their families too, but He knew that was going to be one of the crosses that we had to bear, and I think actually it's one of the curses of sin.
Yeah, I think so, man. I just, do you just, I don't know.
He said we'd have to sweat and toil,
which is
against
not
the ground.
That doesn't bother me. Sweating and toiling against evil pieces of greedy shit.
Yeah, that's the ground.
That bothers
that's
me.
The ground.
Okay. Well, then fuck the ground, dude.
Fuck the ground.
For sure. All right.
I feel you, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, enough of the pity party for me, dude. I will tell you. All right, here we go.
Not to do anything that's too heavy ever on the pod, we have to go to levity now.
That's right.
We will go to levity because we enjoy it. Actually, humor is kind of like...
Humor's the best medicine, dude.
Yeah, humor is kind of like... That's our whole...
bread. Yeah, that's the bread and butter. We just jump into the heavy, angry shit every once in a while.
We have to get it off our chest.
Absolutely, yeah.
You had some shit you had to get off your chest today.
Had to.
I had some stuff I had to get off my chest today.
Yeah, and frankly, if you're listening... and you're stupid, you probably learned something. If you're listening,
right? And if you're listening and you actually have some things you'd like to get off your chest today, send us a like, send us a comment, throw it on a video, send it to us, send it out in a text, send it, put it out on a comment. We want to hear the crap that you're dealing with. We want to hear
for sure
the shit that's pissing you off, because you know what?
Yes.
Like,
let's go.
We have a good time. We enjoy it. We have lots of laughs, but we also are like working people just like you are, listening to this pod probably while you're at work or on your way to work or on your way home. And so, like, what's pissing you off? What's the grind? Because you know what?
Let's go. Let's hit it all.
As funny as life can be, we also understand sometimes there's some crap that you just got to get off your chest. So get it off your chest, send it to us.
That's right. Yeah. And if you let somebody poop on your chest, don't send that.
No, like we don't want to see that.
Yeah, no thanks.
So we're back in here, and it is one of our favorite seggies that we've been doing here, and
love it, dude. And I got to tell you, dude, I'm not terribly well prepared tonight, okay? So but I've got a couple. Okay, this is gonna be fun though.
So do you want to lead or do you want me to lead? And by the way, it's guess the punchline.
Yeah, guess the punchline. We're also actually like branching out into a bit of a new era here. We have no producer, which is okay. I think we're doing all right. We're actually working with a new camera system here, which is going to be awesome. The video quality is going to be if you can find a place to get like 4K, like Ultra HD video, you're going to have that. But things are going to be, just a little different. Yeah, here we go. You ready, dude?
Give it to me.
Okay, I'm going to do this as if...
Yeah, hey, don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're going to have some... Yeah,
I got you in post.
All right, dude. Are you ready?
Yes.
You ready? Okay. Why is it difficult to have a clock for breakfast?
Why is it difficult to have a clock for breakfast?
This is a difficult joke, dude. It's tough. It's a good one. It's tough. By the way, while Grant's thinking, I'm going to go ahead and tell the people. I'm going to let everybody know right now. I used to have extremely pimp fit vipers. That's what I call fake pit vipers, okay? They were twice the size of these.
I'm trying to think about the joke. I can't even think about the joke now.
Well, just shut your ears, dude. All right, just don't listen to me.
All right.
Here's the thing, people. All right, I used to have fake pit vipers that were twice the size of these. They were huge. I loved them, dude. But then I had a nephew that came up to me one day and he was like, "Hey, yo, Uncle E, man, whoo-wee, you think I'd get some chicks if I wore those glasses?" I was like, "Dude,
I think I know the nephew.
You're gonna be smacking the chicks off of you." And he was like, "Can I try them?" So I gave him the glasses, right? I was like, "All right, buddy. Hey, I love you. Here's the glasses. They're all you." Well, then after about 2 hours of fishing with 12 guys at the lake on our male fishing trip, he walked up to him and he was like, "Yo, Uncle E, still haven't even
had a chick come up to me yet."
Yeah, he's like, "Still haven't had any chicks on me, man." I'm like, "Well, buddy, I gotta tell you, that's a good thing, because this is all dudes here." Okay? Yeah,
sausage fest, bro.
Sausage fest. Yeah. So, hey, you know who you are. Love you, buddy. I know you sneak the episodes when you can.
Hold on. I know the nephew. I went to the lake with him last weekend and camped with him, and he was wearing those sunglasses.
Yeah.
Exact sunglasses. And let me tell you something. He went over to a chick. He was dared to do it and promised money by Steven if he did it.
Steven.
And he went over to him the next morning, and he got one of their numbers.
Okay. So
hold on. This is so cool. He said, he came back. He was like, "Dude, I got her number, man." I was like, "Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Good job."
Yeah.
You know, because he's like 15. You know,
for sure. Yeah.
He's right in there. And he's in that age.
In the pocket.
You got
in the pocket.
You got to start talking to chicks, you know.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's good.
Got to have the right glasses, though.
You know, you don't want to talk to dudes, you know. Like,
yeah.
Or are you some kind of queer? But anyway, like the Olympics. But anyway,
yeah,
we didn't even get into that. But that's a whole nother topic. But anyway,
point is, he might have been if he was wearing these glasses, but I gave him my good ones, so that's why mine.
No, I'm telling you, like he comes back over there. He's like, "Dude, I got her number, man." I'm like, "Dude, that's awesome." And he goes, "She told me that she had a boyfriend," and I was like, "But you still got her number though?" He's like, "Yeah, I told her that." I wasn't gonna win the bet with my uncle unless I got her number. So she gave it to me anyway, even though she had a boyfriend.
Hilarious.
I'm like, dude, you're in, bro.
What a genius, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that is genius.
Anyway, yeah, good for him, man.
For sure.
All right. Not gonna mention his name, but proud of him, man.
Yeah, love you, buddy.
Get in there, bud.
Yeah, get in there. Whenever I hope you sneak this episode. We love you.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. Guess the punchline.
Yeah. You got it?
Yeah. So, give me the joke one more time, because you did that whole story, and I totally forgot the joke.
Okay. Why is it difficult to have a clock for breakfast?
It takes a lot of time to digest.
That's a pretty good guess.
Okay.
That's a pretty damn good guess. I'm like,
I don't know, man. I like that's all I got.
That's nice.
Okay.
That's nice. Okay.
All right.
You didn't nail this particular
joke,
okay? But like,
it's a decent guess.
You're 68% there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like you did really well. You want to hear it?
Like bread rising a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I think you were 33% there last week. Time. Okay.
All right. So give it to me.
It's super time consuming. Yeah, so you did good.
All right.
Yeah, you crushed it. Yeah. Right. Now I did go to the easy category on my
getting
jokes
easy
here.
jokes. Okay.
You got an easy joke there. Okay. Well, I'm sure this is going to be like probably, I don't know, 17 paragraphs of like lead up, and then like the punchline is going to be, I don't know, 20 or 30 words all that have to be constructed in a specific order in order for me to get the joke right.
You're talking about my joke?
Yeah, that you're about to give to me. That's how it always goes.
What the heck, dude? Why would you think that?
You always read me stories and then you go,
"Come on, brother."
Yeah. Brother, you always read me a story and then go, "Tell me the meaning."
Yes, dude. Come on.
That's how it goes, dude. What's up?
No. I'm all right. I had one that was kind of as you described.
Yeah, I knew it.
Right.
I knew it.
So I'm going to shift it to a different one to prove you wrong. That I can do just a super easy one-liner, okay?
Okay.
You ready for this? What do you call a mobster who's buried in cement?
Call a mobster who's buried in cement.
Which happens, when,
Yeah, when you misbehave.
Well, yeah, you got to bury his feet in cement and
Right.
throw him off the bridge.
Mobster. Okay, here's the problem. I'm thinking
Cement.
semen?
Cement.
Oh, semen. Oh,
Yeah. Semen, like that would be that'd be a woke mobster. You bury him in semen, man. He's so gay. He had to reform his ways.
Dadgummit, dude. Semen.
Cement.
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 Not. Yeah. What? Hold on. What?
Dad,
what do you call a mobster who's buried in semen?
What do you call a mobster buried in semen? You call him
a Navy cook.
You call him.
He's in the Navy, obviously.
You call him a Navy guy that did the wrong thing, dude.
Yeah.
Navy double crosser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In cement.
Mobster
Cement.
buried in cement. Concrete is another name for that. It's a mix of.
It gets hard though, right?
Gets hard.
So
Yeah, cement.
so there's a hint.
Okay, all right. So, mobster, hard.
Gets hard. It's cement.
Hard cement. Gosh, I feel like this is gonna be a freaking Sopranos joke, and I've never seen The Sopranos.
I'm trying to give you like an easy one-liner, right? Because I know some of my jokes have been like very convoluted.
For sure.
So this is a super easy one-liner.
Okay, so a mobster buried in cement.
Mm-hmm.
Plastered. Yeah.
Well, I mean, might be. Maybe.
Well, I hope he was.
Maybe he had a few.
I hope he was whenever it happened.
I mean, that's decent.
Freaking hope he was,
Yeah.
dude. For his sake.
Plastered criminal.
Mobster buried in cement. I guess I'm not very well educated on mobsters and things of that nature, so I'm worried that I'm not well informed to get this. Do I need to be well informed on
No.
No. It's
Basic.
I'm just missing it drastically.
Yeah, it's just basic. Dude.
Okay, mobster buried in cement. Plastered. Rocked.
Rocked.
Cemented. Semantic.
Cement.
Semen.
All right, I'm just gonna give it to you.
Paved.
Could be, possibly, probably.
A pavement.
Yeah, he probably is paved over for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a hardened criminal.
Oh, jeez, Louise, dude.
Hey, I told you it was gonna be a one-liner, man. It was easy. That was a super chill one.
That's
dude.
a good one. That's a good one. Damn it.
Hardened criminal, bud.
Okay, all right. I do like that.
Yeah,
I do like
do
that,
too.
dude.
It's like it's got a little flair, like it's got the dad joke vibe, right? But it's not
Right.
it's not crazy like some of my other jokes.
Yeah.
Where it's like 25 parts.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, all right, you got to memorize.
I'll be
the Lord of the Rings, and then guess this joke.
I'll be the first to admit to you some of my jokes have been like a book.
Oh, they have been crazy, and I'm like, I don't even know, dude. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. Can you tell me why that is?
only know 25 letters of the alphabet. There's 26, right?
Yeah. Congratulations, dude. Stupid homeschooler.
Dude, I was right?
Yeah.
Stupid.
I'm sorry.
Gosh.
You highly intelligent homeschooler.
We had a very smart teacher.
Yes, we did.
She was our mother.
You nailed it. Yeah.
So you only know 25 letters of the alphabet.
You got to tell me.
Hold on. Say the joke one more time.
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. Can you tell me why that is?
Why?
Huh?
Why?
No, that's what I'm asking.
No, but why?
That's what I'm asking.
But that's what I'm telling you. Why?
Dude,
the letter fucking Y. It's a double entendre, dude. Why?
Stupid idiot. That's what I'm trying to ask you.
But why?
I don't know!
What's the punchline?
I don't know why.
I don't.
Yeah. So you were close.
Okay.
Yeah. You were close. There must be a mirror or something.
No,
because I'm literally like I'm not. Dude, I'm just doing this meow.
Dude, I'm always 50% of the way to the answer to your jokes. Not the whole answer, but like 50%.
I started out good at this,
right,
and then got terrible.
What happened?
Why?
Why? Why?
I used to be so good at this, and now I'm not.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
Please. Okay, you ready? Okay. Did you hear about the shepherd who drove his sheep through town? What did the cops write him a ticket for?
Speeding.
Dude, that's not bad. But no.
Shepherd.
I'm embarrassed to even do this joke. Do you want a different joke? Because this is so dumb.
Shepherd.
It's so dumb.
Shepherd.
This is one of my worst jokes of all time.
Shepherd.
I'm embarrassed to even tell you the
shepherd
punchline.
that drove his sheep
through town. The cops gave him a ticket. What was it for? It's so freaking stupid, dude. Ugh. I'm sorry to even bring this joke into this house right now. I mean, I'm not sorry because I am a dad.
Bad driving.
You should have just said bad joke.
Yeah, for sure. Bad little shit. Okay, so not bad driving. Drove his sheep through town. Drove sheep.
Specific to sheep. That's why it's such a dumb joke. I mean, maybe like a herder in Afghanistan's gonna get this joke. You know, it's like how many people in the United States even know this information?
Out of sheer disbelief.
I like that, dude. Yeah, sheer.
Yeah, right.
We do it with sheep, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Sheep.
He was woolly concerned.
They use the sheep for the sexuals.
The sexuals, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that movie or not.
Oh yeah, just go with it.
Yeah, Nick Schwartzen.
The sexuals.
They like to use the sheep's for the sexuals.
Sexuals. You got dude.
That movie
love
is
it.
like that. My wife. Every single time we watch that part with Nick Schwartzen when he's talking about just sheep, he does he does CPR.
Oh yeah,
he does CPR. I'm telling you, man, Nick Schwartzen, dude, that guy's he's a real.
Yeah, I do CPR. I love that.
My name is Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren. I love that movie, dude. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. That was one of those dudes that was just like he was funny.
Right.
He was funny, but he was made.
Right.
From Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Well,
he was Grandma's Boy, but then he was like
Adam Sandler made that movie too.
He got Grandma's Boy because of his talent and relationship.
Well, he was also Terry on Reno 911
for sure. Yeah.
So don't forget that
he did do a little sidebar real quick. He did Nick Swartzen did a huge amount of. I think he wrote Grandma's Boy.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. I heard a podcast with him last week, and he was talking about they were like, "Are you going to write Grandma's Boy 2?" And he was like, "You can't beat the first."
Well, you might not be able to, but I'd watch it.
I would absolutely watch
it. That was a hilarious movie.
But that's just like he's not after a cash grab, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Like it's whatever. He wants
for sure.
He wants to do a good thing, a quality thing, you know. Okay.
He's also probably having a hard time because he's a Minnesota Vikings fan and they just traded away their best quarterback they've ever had. So
yeah. Well, yeah, true. For sure. And yeah, he's a dingus too.
Yeah, he's a dangatang, but he's a funny dangatang.
Where are we at?
All right. You have to answer the joke.
Oh!
I'll give you the punchline.
Oh, it was about your bad joke.
Yes, it was.
Did I already say that?
Like, what does a cop do? Drive your sheep through town. Why did the shepherd get a ticket for driving his sheep through town?
Because he pulled an illegal U-turn.
Dude, that's the answer.
Yeah!
You got it, dude.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, you had to talk about Nick Schwartzen for a while.
That's all I had to do, man. Yeah.
It's a U-turn, illegal U-turn.
Yeah. All right, sweet.
Yes,
dude.
Good job.
I knew I would get it. Dude, I cracked like 6 good sheep jokes.
Yeah. No, like all of them were pretty decent. Like the U-turn was what I was looking for, but yeah. Good
for
job.
Sure. All right. Hell yeah, dude. First off, real quick game of I Spy. What the hell is the difference? Okay? Real quick game of this. All right. Can you tell us what's the differences? There's 3 differences. All right?
Yeah.
If you can comment on the YouTube and tell us what it is, here's the thing. If you comment right on the YouTube, it's got to be YouTube. We will pick a name and send a T-shirt.
Right.
Okay.
It's going to be 3 differences.
3 differences
from
previous
segment to
right now.
Outro info, which
That's
is
right.
our last segment.
Yep. So, wait, shut the hell up, dude.
My bad, dude. I stepped on the intro. My bad.
You stepped on my tootsies, dude.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Guys, get in here for the intro to outro info.
Yeah.
I am currently doing the intro.
Proudly, I'm going to drop my phone here.
Proudly spilling phone juice
We're
all
good.
over the ground. All right, good deal.
Spot the difference. Grant diving for his phone.
Yeah, spot the difference. I'll give you a hint. It's not that Grant's retarded. He's always been that way.
He's always diving deep. All right.
Yeah. No, intro to outro info.
Info, baby.
Now we're jumping out of episodes every week with some cool info.
Yeah.
Last time we did Sudan,
right.
You presented to me. We're actually going to go ahead and go with you giving it to me again because you actually came off of some pretty cool info.
Right.
So instead of sticking to the platform of like we got to swap, dude, like you've got good info, let's do this.
Yeah, you got
also here's a hint.
Dude, if those aren't Macho Man Randy Savage glasses, I don't know what are.
Those are Macho Man Randy Savage after 10 years of being a savage.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because they're destroyed.
For sure. So I thought about our intro to outro info last week, and it's cool because, it was like...
So now we're just into outro info.
Outro info, right.
Yeah.
It was cool because it was probably a place that a lot of us don't really think about very much, but it's also like half the globe away.
For sure.
So I thought, like, when I got this info, I was like, okay, this is way closer to home, And so I wanted to give it to everybody and also to Ethan. And
Sure.
I think you'll appreciate this. If you've been watching any TV locally here lately on any of the local channels, like half of the political ads, they're like attacking political, they're doing like political barbs against people like, oh, they're selling our farmland to China. Like every commercial talks about that.
Which isn't a lie.
Right. Well, I mean, it's an issue. It's a problem.
For sure.
Because our farmland actually is like one of our major, in Missouri, is like one of our major
huge
things that we've got going on.
Yeah.
Right? Like
sure.
that is kind of like our thing. We do have a few other things, but like from a GDP standpoint and from our commodity standpoint, like that's what it is. So here we go. I wanted to ask Ethan what our top commodities in the state of Missouri. Okay, so like I know if you're listening in Texas or Oklahoma or wherever, like maybe this isn't that interesting, but it should provoke you to like look at your state and look at the commodities coming out of your state. But the commodities, the GDP, the production, right, of your state. So I wanted to look at. We're both like very into agriculture. I wanted to ask Ethan and see if he could guess what our top agricultural commodities are in the state of Missouri, because I was very surprised when I looked at it and found out. And so I wanted to send it to him and see if he can get it. And then I've got some info to go along with that. So here we go,
dude.
So number one, do you have a guess?
Outro info.
Yeah, outro info. What do you got?
How about I start at, let's do it this way.
Okay.
I give you 5 guesses.
Okay.
If I get 3 of the 5.
3 of the 5, like as in the top 5, like 3 out of the top 5?
Yes. If I get 3 out, I'm going to give you 5 guesses. If I get 3 of the top 5.
I think you're going to nail at least 3 of the top 5.
You think so?
I mean, if you've driven through our state.
Okay, so I just go top 3 then?
Like, I would say if you can hit 2 out of the top 3, I'm good with that. I think you could easily hit 3 out of top 5 without even hardly knowing anything.
I'll just go 3 then. Okay.
Right. You think you can hit 1, 2, 3?
No, I don't. I
don't even care if you get them in order.
Okay,
I can just get the top 3.
I don't know that I can get the top 3, but
I think you can. I think you can get it. You don't have to give them to me in order. I'll give you the order, but if you can hit the top 3, we're good.
Okay. Corn.
That's one of them.
All right, that's one of them.
That's good. Like, but obviously, if you drive into central or north Missouri, I mean, it is just nothing but cornfields.
That's kind of everywhere.
Awesome how much corn we have.
For sure.
Let's eat some freaking tortillas.
I feel like this next guess is
not the flautas. It has to be the corn tortillas.
I love some flautas. Or some corn tortillas.
Send me a piece of that corn.
Send me a piece of that corn. I'm talking to you.
I'm talking to you. By the way, I'm so disappointed with those guys.
Actually, no, I'm disappointed in Cage.
Right, like KG got he made the comment that
he got canceled by Blackjack.
Blackjack,
Jack
dude,
Black.
that's what my kids call him. Blackjack.
I jacked it up. I Jack Blacked it up.
I know they've always kind of been liberal. Well, that's fine, whatever. But like when I heard that comment and they got kicked out of Australia for it, I'm like, oh my gosh,
comment.
You cannot say that.
You know that, but Jack Black kicked KG out. So Jack Black was actually Jack Black was on the proper side of things as far as like you do not say that about anybody.
Right.
And so he was like, they
canceled their tour.
Yeah, dude. So like, I know he's still like, he's liberal, he's left wing, that's whatever. But he did the appropriate thing of going, guys, we're done because
we can't do this.
We can't proceed with that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
Or that kind of speech. Yeah.
I mean,
or whatever. Wishing death on somebody.
Right.
We can't do that.
I love Tenacious D. It broke my heart to hear that come from them because I was like, my kids love Tenacious D. Like, like half the movies that we talk about on this pod and half the movies that my kids love have Jack Black in it. It's like the hey, give me a piece. Hey, send me a piece of that corn.
Is that a corn?
If you see Nacho Libre, we were talking about corn. Ethan said that. Like that's what
for sure.
Yeah, that's what brought that whole sidebar. That's a typical Purvis move right there. Diving into something for like 5 minutes. All right, go ahead. All right, back to commodities in Missouri. So you said corn number 1.
Well, yeah, corn is one of
the top 3. Okay,
top 3.
That is one of the top 3. Go.
This is where I'm going to mess it up.
Okay.
I'm going to go alfalfa.
Incorrect.
Figured. Dad.
What? Just dude. Keep going in that general, like...
Are you talking about hay?
No. Hay is not...
So alfalfa is kind of an alternative to...
Hay is not traded on the market. A commodity
okay.
has to be traded on the market.
Okay. I'm with you. Is alfalfa one of the... Is alfalfa
Alfalfa
traded?
Is kind of like hay.
Okay, so it's not...
It's not... I mean, it may be a commodity, but that's generally not how it's traded. Like, corn absolutely is a traded commodity.
Okay. All right, how about corn, beef?
Yes, that is one of the top 3.
Okay.
So so after your snafu with alfalfa, you've got 2 out of the top 3, corn and beef.
Okay, sweet. I did not realize that alfalfa was... I thought it was a pretty precious commodity. I didn't realize that it wasn't like kind of a nationally moved.
I would say it is probably a commodity. I don't know that it's traded though.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is more like farmer A buying from farmer B type stuff.
Okay,
just like with hay.
I've got 2.
I've got like guys in Texas that need hay from guys in Missouri that need alfalfa.
Hay. Okay,
right?
I'm with you.
Like,
yeah.
That's probably more of it. But when you're talking about beef or corn or whatever, how about those things are like those are actual traded commodities. However, I may be talking out of my ass. I'm just telling you.
You're talking about market items.
Right. However, I'm only going off of a list of the top like 10 or 12. So alfalfa
could be down there somewhere.
Could be down there. It's just not even close to being that top. But I mean, around here, obviously, hay is a huge thing. But it's just more of like a pub, locally traded thing.
Okay,
but
so corn.
I'm sorry to digress that hard.
You're good, dude.
So you guessed. So you've had 2 really good guesses, which are 2 of the top 3. You said corn and you said
beef.
Yes,
and I'm a little bit split here. Okay,
so you got number 2, and you got number 3. No, you got number 2 and number 4.
Number 2 and number 4. Okay, Here's the thing. I'm a little bit split here.
Okay,
on this last guess, and I am split between 2 different types of fowl and 1 type of
crop.
Not actually a crop.
I'll give you a hint.
I was thinking. Okay.
Number 1 is a crop.
Number 1 is a crop.
Which surprised me. Because you don't... Like, we live in Southwest Missouri.
Right.
But if you go, like, north of... not even Sedalia. If you go north of...
St. Joe.
Humansville.
Okay.
It turns into, like, from there all the way to Iowa.
Tobacco.
Is just... crop.
Hold on.
Down in the southern portion. So we've got like, okay, think about this. Down in the southern portion, Southwest Missouri is like cattle, right? Yep. Big beef. It's like beef big time, right? That's why hay is so big down here.
Yeah.
Right? In the southeast is rice, right? Like just huge rice, a huge portion of rice.
You're getting to more like flat.
And then you got corn all through the middle part of the state, like and the northern part of the state. And then
can I think for a second?
Yeah,
because I've spent a lot. I've gone to. My wife has family in Omaha, in Nebraska.
Well, I guarantee you they
spend a lot of time
growing up there.
And the
did you guess another crop? And I didn't give you credit for it.
No. I haven't yet. But the thing, it's insane the amount of massive farms, and massive equipment dealerships,
right,
that are up there north. But I'm trying to think. I'm like,
it's like major.
What the hell?
Agricultural industry
that's everything it is. Like literally from St. Joe to Omaha, that's all it is. But I'm trying to think.
I mean, I've hunted.
What the freak?
I've hunted these fields.
I don't feel like it's wheat.
It's not. I mean that is a top 10, but it's not wheat.
Right.
something much more protein rich. Hopefully that's a good guess.
Oh, soybeans. Duh.
Yeah.
Duh. I'm an idiot. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number one commodity in the state
is soybeans.
Soybean. By a 2-to-1 margin over the next closest thing.
No kidding. Dude, I knew
Welcome to Missouri, where the soy boys live.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
The soy boys.
We're the soy boys with rifles, baby. No doubt. Okay, yeah, that rings, because literally everywhere you go hunt, it's either corn or soybeans. And then now that I think about it, when I go north, it's like corn, it's corn. And then at a certain point, it turns into the largest bean field you've ever seen in your life.
So 2.2 billion
acres?
No, $2.2 billion
is the
yearly GDP soybeans for Missouri.
That's
2.2 billion.
That is insane.
Freaking wild.
You're welcome, McDonald's, for the meat for your hamburgers.
No, but it's not just that. Do you know what crayons are made out of?
Soy.
Yeah, soybeans.
So I should
the number one ingredient in crayons are soybeans.
So I'm not doing the wrong thing for feeding my daughter's crayons every
1 acre of soybeans makes 82,000 crayons.
What?
I know.
An acre?
Yeah.
An acre?
An acre of soybeans makes 82,000 crayons. So the next time you walk into a restaurant and they hand you some crayons for your kids, be like, "Thank you, soybean farmers of Missouri." I mean, outro info, baby.
Outro info, dude. You could just be like, we didn't ask for the edamame. Because that's what it is, right?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, I have walked through soybean fields in Missouri. I'm not a soy boy, but while I'm hunting, right? And I've just picked a pod off and ate a couple of the.
They're good.
Soybeans.
They're tasty.
Yeah, I mean, it has that earthy taste to it. I mean,
for sure.
I'm not trying to change genders or anything. If I did, I'd eat an entire acre's worth. But
right, yeah. But if you need to sustain, you'd be all right.
Isn't that crazy though? The number one commodity in the state, soybeans, and I think that might clue you into as all the uses for soybeans and the proteins and stuff, and you have a large economy like China that's trying to
artificial
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That kind of starts to play into when I learned that, I was like, okay, soybeans are so versatile, right?
Right.
It actually kind of starts making sense on some of these acquisitions by, other countries and stuff that are trying to feed their people or trying to do all these, make products with them.
For sure.
I'm not saying it's the right thing. I don't think it's the right thing, but I do. But that kind of, you can understand.
It begins to paint a picture.
Right. Why that would be something they would be interested in
For
owning
sure. Yeah.
a lot of cropland. 290
because it's so versatile.
290 million bushels of soybeans yearly. 290 million bushels.
That's insane, dude.
6.1 million acres of soybeans in Missouri. 6.1 million acres. Okay. Are you blown away yet?
Yes.
Soybeans generate, and this is the part that absolutely I did not know. And this is what drove me to say this needs to be on outro info. 2.6 billion gallons of biodiesel is created from Missouri soybeans.
How much?
2.6 billion gallons of biodiesel.
Billion with a capital B.
Yeah. 2.6 billion gallons of biodiesel per year from Missouri soybeans. It can make crayons, cheeseburgers, and gas in your car.
Oh my
Why doesn't
gosh.
China not want that, right?
Right. Why are they not buying it?
when you're eating a cheeseburger, you're also eating a Crown and the gas
diesel.
in your fucking car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, dude.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
when
it's
you are
the same
powering your
product.
body with a cheeseburger, you are also powering one hell of a craft and a nice tractor.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane, dude.
Like, that paint, that drawing on your kid's wall is the same shit you just ate. Like, and I like, it's obviously not just
on my wall. Right over there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah,
There's
yeah,
Crown.
yeah. No, yeah.
There's
yeah,
diesel
I
fuel
was
in a
like,
burger.
what are you pointing at? Yes, those are Crowns.
There's
yeah.
a diesel cheeseburger,
Yeah,
dude.
right. I mean, obviously,
Different forms,
right?
different processing,
yeah,
and
for sure. But I'm just saying, like, that is how it just blew me away when I saw that. I always knew it was crazy,
Right.
But like, can you 2.6 billion gallons of biodiesel?
That's-
I thought it was corn. I always thought
I did too.
It was corn.
You hear about ethanol and all. Yeah.
right. No, freaking soybeans, man.
Is this is going to be a stupid
I
question.
mean, isn't that not like that's wild to me?
Blows my mind.
Yeah.
This might be a stupid question.
All right.
Maybe you can give me the answer for it. Are soybeans a naturally occurring plant in the world?
Well,
because here's the reason I ask. Like,
you mean
you ever
are
cooked
they
with
bioengineered?
bioengineered is what I'm asking, right? So you ever cooked with canola oil?
Right.
So I'm sure you've cooked with vegetable oil
Right.
and like peanut oil.
Right.
A canola is a bioengineered legume or nut, something that never existed.
A bean?
Maybe a grain,
Okay.
whatever it is. A canola is. It never existed. They took this and they hybrid mixed it with this, and they created a canola.
Sure.
And that's where the oil comes.
I have heard that. Yeah.
Yes. So it never existed until humans combined things and made it. Okay. The soybean. Is it naturally existing in the world? Or is it bioengineered? I'm interested in that.
Okay, so it is according to this,
Highly modified.
it's high it is a high GMO corn and soybeans are like the two most commonly genetically modified crops
Right.
according to this. But they are
Natural
natural plants,
Okay.
but they've been highly whatever you want to call it.
altered.
Yeah, like you know
Messed with.
like corn, you can grow corn
right.
naturally. But then you have basically Roundup Ready corn where you go and spray herbicides all over it so that you have huge yields on your corn because there's no
Pests.
the crap that grows right beside corn that looks just like it. It gets
Johnson grass.
Johnson grass.
Right.
Johnson grass will grow. That'll be half your field will be Johnson grass right in the corn. You spray Roundup Ready. You have Roundup Ready corn. You spray glyphosate on it, and your entire field is just beautiful rows of corn.
Right.
No Johnson grass. None of that junk. And
Beautiful rows of corn ready to shrink your taint.
yeah, and like but
make you almost a lady.
right. But like there's massive, problems
Implications
with
for
that.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to dog on farmers or companies that are trying to like say, okay, like can we figure out a way to maximize the way that what our soil gives us, right? Like
yeah.
I think that's okay, but I also think that like the
Long-term effects have to be taken into account of.
everybody's got these gluten intolerances now, and it's like
Right.
that never used to even exist.
Well, the
It's
thing
like,
is,
I
dude,
wonder if it's because the outside of a kernel of corn or a bean or whatever, you've got it's a plant cell wall, right?
right, yeah.
And that plant cell wall, the people that are gluten intolerant, their bodies can't handle how rough that outer cell wall because we don't break down
that portion of it.
yeah, that portion of it is something that our bodies cannot digest. So we
Right.
just have to kind of pass it through. So yeah, I got big
That's why-
kernels of corn in my crop,
yeah.
But that is exactly why, because our bodies can't break down that plant cell wall, right?
Right.
We just like animals can, like cows can eat grass because they can break down
for sure.
That's
why they have 3 stomachs
plants.
or however many
Right.
they have. Yeah.
We can't do it. Our digestive system can't do it. But then you add something to make that plant tougher to resist an herbicide, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it has to have a more strong cell wall to resist glyphosate
Right.
from absorbing into it, right?
So it's gonna
so you've made that
your stomach acid.
right. So you made that cell wall even stronger,
Right.
So now you have these plants and these crops that are coming out that are like ultra ultra magnum strong,
impervious.
Impervious, and then you try to pass it through your system, eating grains or whatever, and it's like,
Right.
oh my gosh, my guts are ripped up.
Yeah.
Well, little wonder, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know that I didn't just make like a scientific claim just now. I'm just saying like that's
That
how
is
my brain kind of processes that. It's like
Right.
you're gonna do things that change this genetically. Like, don't be surprised
when
on the
things change
outcome
physically
of digestion, right?
Yeah, but there's also the thing too, and we probably ought to just like wrap up. I think this outro info has been pretty.
I'm going to give you a couple more commodities before, but go ahead.
Real quick. If you go to, I've heard this. I don't know this from experience because I've never been there. But if you go to Italy and you go eat pasta, eat bread,
we talked about this.
These different
on the pod,
things. Yeah, in Italy, right? And these grains and things are harvested in a more natural manner, and they're grown in a natural manner.
Well, and they probably have a lot higher standards for their pasta because like that's kind of like their thing.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah, but their breads as well. Like all these things. Like I think they just have higher standards, maybe because their population is smaller,
or they understand. Hey, like this is not good,
right? Or there's just value in like, dude, no, we're gonna eat it the way God grows it,
right?
Whatever, But thing is, like I've heard so many people talk about, you go there, eat the bread, eat the pasta, and then like instead of
take the
like,
COVID vaccine,
blown up, instead of getting like bloated and sick and having problems,
right?
Like
I feel good after, right? Even though you have a
for sure
intolerance, and I know we have multiple people in our family that have that. I'm just gonna
hit us with the next one.
I'm gonna rip the top 10 real quick.
Yep,
and then we'll be out. So soybeans, okay. Cattle number 2.
Yep.
Hogs, pigs.
That was my other guess.
Number 3.
That was my other guess. Yeah. Damn. Should have guessed that one too.
Corn is number 4.
Yep.
By the way, pigs represent about 42% of the meat eaten in the entire world. So
wow,
half of the
that's
meat.
very surprising.
Yeah, I thought it would be like poultry, but
I did too. I would have guessed beef.
Right,
I would have guessed beef.
Right. So I did number 4 was corn. Number 5 is turkeys and chickens. So it's like
fowl,
poultry, right?
Fowl.
Number 6 is dairy products.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 7 is chicken eggs.
Okay.
So egg farming. So I kind of combined a couple because turkeys and chickens were kind of the same. So
right. Yeah.
Like number 8, cotton.
Okay. Wow.
And number 9 is rice.
That's fascinating, dude.
Yeah.
That is good. Outro.
You like that?
Good.
Hey,
good
how
outro.
about those Missouri farmers, man?
Yeah,
get it.
Good outro info.
If you're a farmer and you're listening to this, thank you so much for what you do. We appreciate it. All those products are important. I know, soy.
Stop spraying your pigs with glyphosate.
If your pigs, yeah. So soy is like so like shit on. Like you don't want to, but I will say, like, I didn't know there were so many uses for it. It's like, that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, and honestly, like, as a society, like, if you can get some protein from a plant that grows in the ground, that's pretty cool too.
For sure.
Or, whatever use you want, but like,
just have a balance.
Yeah. And honestly, like, maybe I'm not going to hate on soy products so much now because I know that that's the number one commodity of our state,
For sure.
So anyway, just kind of cool. And but yeah, thank you all you farmers out there. Ag is a huge thing in Missouri, and I think that maybe we don't focus on that enough.
Absolutely, yeah,
and we've got family members that are right in there.
Absolutely, yes.
Raising cattle and chickens and everything else. So,
dude, thank you to the farmers. Thank you, Grant, for the outro info. That was fantastic. That was awesome. That's fascinating.
Yeah, that's soybeans, man.
Yeah, for sure. Soybeans, wild, dude.
And beef number 2. So good job, beef farmers.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you guys. We'll have this out. Can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah,
and
hey,
look,
it's been fun.
Go please like everything. Yep. Please subscribe.
Yeah.
On YouTube, Spotify, wherever you might listen to it. If you see it on Facebook, hit a like. If you see it on Instagram, hit a like. It's probably going to be, if you see it on TikTok, hit a like. Yeah, whatever it might be. Just help us share it and spread it.
And throw a comment out there.